Hello, happy weekend. Actually, it's Friday when this video is going up, but welcome to another weekly prep video. Normally these are on Sundays, but I am doing a collab with a bunch of other YouTube moms, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, my name is Sarah. If you are new to our channel, I am a work from home mom. I was previously a daycare provider in our home. I'm still watching one little boy, but I'm now transitioning to fully just doing stuff online, which I will talk about more in the future, but mainly my work online is this channel and some other online things I've been doing to connect to this channel. And my main goal on this channel is to help other busy working moms to balance work life and everything in between and to create balance that sticks. And so I am loving this at-home tag that I am participating in with other YouTubers. And normally on Sundays I post a weekly prep video where I just kind of take you guys along on our weekend vlog style and show like what we do to balance the fun and the function on the weekends. This video will be my normal weekly prep, but I also will be interweaving the answers to the questions for the tag in this video. So I'm right now in my office. I just posted an office tour. This is my new office that I just set up for my work life glue that I gotta rehang. It's just not sticking with the 3M stuff, but if you want to check out that video, I will leave the link below. Oh, and I'm also like 37 weeks pregnant with our third daughter, so there's that going on too. But the first question for the tag was, what are the 3 things you do most mornings? The very first thing I do most mornings is head to the coffee pot. We delay our coffee pot, so we fill it up the night before and delay it for about 3:50 a.m. On the weekends, it's a little different. So today is actually Saturday when I'm filming this, so I didn't get up at 4 a.m. like I normally do, but I try to get up at 4 a.m. so I can get a couple hours of work in before my 2 daughters wake up. So I always pour my coffee, and I always pour it in this cup that is chipped, but I just love the size of it, and I love how thin the rim is. I don't know, I've been trying to look for a replacement and I just haven't found one I love. And then I also fill up my Contigo, which I sip on throughout the whole day, and I end it around 3 p.m. so I just kind of sip on that. I don't drink very strong coffee, so it's like 1 scoop for the whole pot, so I don't mind sipping it throughout the day. I don't think it's a big deal. I've never had an issue during my pregnancies. And then normally I will come down to my office and get some work done. So I will be sitting at my desk and editing videos or answering emails, stuff like that. And then another thing I do is just get ready. So I try to do those 3 things before my daughters wake up around 6, although they've been waking up more around 5, but they're supposed to stay in their rooms till 6. I don't know. They have the same genes as me, like get up early, ready to go, let's conquer the day. And so that's coming back to bite me a little bit, but it'll serve them well in the future. So our plan for this weekend is a little different. Normally we try to do stuff as a family on Saturday, but with the baby coming in 4 weeks or less, we really need our garage cleaned out really bad. It's kind of been a dumping ground because we've been doing a lot of changes around our house. So there's tons of boxes and just random stuff in there. So my husband's gonna work on that today, and I'm gonna take the girls so that he can actually focus, and we're gonna do some school shopping and just some random shopping around town and get some stuff, and then be back for nap time. So our daughters are 5.5 and 2.5, or almost 3, and the baby and our youngest currently will be almost exactly 3 years apart. And our oldest is supposed to start kindergarten in the fall, and they just announced, we're in Minnesota, that it's kind of up to each school district, but there are recommendations. So it sounds like she'll probably be going to school in person, but I don't really know. And we're just kind of gonna play it by ear, and if we really hate it, we will just pull her in a homeschool, since I have the luxury of being able to make that decision right now. I know a lot of people don't, but we're still gonna buy school supplies and stuff, and we'll just get that done today and get school shoes and stuff like that. So I'm taking them And then my dad is actually picking up, we ordered an 1/8 of beef, an 1/8 of a cow to eat. And my parents ordered a 1/4 of a cow, but it's like a long drive to go get. And my dad's going to go pick up both of ours this morning and bring it. And my husband's gonna clean out the freezer so that we actually have room for it, and then put that away as well. So we're gonna try to kind of show you guys both of what we're doing. Hopefully that'll work out. My husband is a chef at a hotel, but he also started a cookie business during the pandemic called Dough Daddy. Right now he only can bake cookies for people locally, but he's working on getting a license so that he can ship. But it's a lot because he works a lot of weird hours and then tries to do this on top of it. But this is called the Parent Trap. So it's peanut butter and Oreo, and I can't wait to try one.
It's been a really long time since I've grabbed this camera and actually spoken to it, like, at all. How are you guys doing? If you guys have been watching us for the past couple of months, we've been talking about Dough Daddy. Go follow that at Dough Daddy MN on Instagram, and obviously me at SanWLG for any updates about cookies and ordering and all that stuff like that. And I am talking with the state right now about what paperwork I have to file to get shipping going. It's quite a process because there's a lot of like little tiny details that go into filing this paperwork. Like I need to get pictures of the kitchen, I need to get specs of the equipment, I have to provide a menu and things like that, and it's been honestly kind of annoying. But anyway, hoping to get that going within the next month or so. It's a slow process, but I promise it's coming.
One of the questions in the tag is list 3 things that help the day to run more smoothly that I keep to every day, and one of those things is planning. I would be so lost as a human being, but especially a mom, without my planner. I've tried lots of different planners over the years. I'll link to any planner videos I've done. I am not a beautiful planner. I don't have beautiful handwriting. I don't use stickers and stuff, but I love this one. I was doing a week at a glance and it was just not enough space to write things, so I really like how simple these are, hence the name Simplified Planner. But I love how I can break down the day. Now that never was very useful to me until now that I have a variable schedule each day, and then I can write down my to-do list. So that's really helpful. And then for example, like today when we have a lot of different places we're going and things I need to look for, I always make a list and I end up like rewriting it like 3 times. So I'm gonna rewrite it again because we were just thinking of some more things that I have to pick up, and I just wanted a little more neat because shopping with 2 little girls and just the chaos of it all can be a lot sometimes. So I just want it really neat. So I'm gonna do that right now. So this is our plan. I have to drop off curriculum boxes. I'm still doing the Funshine Express curriculum that I normally did with my whole daycare. I'm doing it with my soon-to-be 3-year-old and the little boy who I watch a couple days a week. And then if my daughter is doing, you know, school at home, I know she'll want to do the crafts with us, so I ordered enough for 3 of us, but I also pick up some of the boxes for a couple other providers. We go in with a whole group, and so I pick up the ones that live near me. So I'm gonna drop those off, go to Target. We have a whole bunch of stuff. We did an Aldi pickup, but there's still a lot of stuff that we couldn't get through that we need to look at today. Get our school supplies. I need bins to organize the freezer better, our chest freezer. So I'm gonna look for those at Target, and if I can't find ones, I'll look at the Dollar Tree, which is close to Target. Then we're gonna go to Famous Footwear to buy shoes for our 5-year-old. I'm gonna get some shoes at Target for our 3-year-old. I don't think they have to be as high quality, but I'm gonna look for some like really high quality ones for our 5-year-old so they'll last the whole school year hopefully. And then I'm gonna take them out to lunch, either fast food and eat outside, or I don't really know yet. We are about ready to go. I got our Funshine boxes. I recently reorganized this, so the girls are now in the back. The baby will be here. That video will be up next week, so if you're interested, make sure you're subscribed.
Alright, Sarah said to use a Crosswave today, so this is my first time using it. Hopefully I don't mess it up because this thing is a very high-tech piece of equipment. Floors are done, so now we are going to box all of our Parent Trap cookies. They are going to go in these special containers that I have set up right here. Just gonna put 6 of them in there because that's what you get per order. Close the lid. We're gonna throw a sticker on the front and a label on the back. And not gonna lie, these are like hefty cookies. Before they are stuffed, they are about 4 ounces a piece, and they are definitely shareable.
Okay, yep, 2 of those. Are they chips? Okay. Yes, 2 of those. Yep. Put it in your little thing. No, Mama's throwing it. Yep.
Alright, next task, y'all. We are just cruising along. So this is our deep freezer. We got this fridge because this is meant for mostly like dough daddy stuff, overflow of milk, butter, any other ingredients, beer, pop, what have you. And this is our like breads and ice cream and vegetable freezer, but this is gonna get turned into mostly like a meat freezer and bread freezer because there's a lot of junk in here that we don't need. And here's the current state of it, is just chaos. But down at the bottom is stuff that we don't really use anymore, or haven't even bothered to look at, honestly. So I'm gonna dig deep and probably throw away a lot of it, get this a little more tidy, because like Sarah said, her dad is coming over later with a bunch of beef for us from the butcher. So we want to get this nice and ready to go for that, so it's not like we're fighting an uphill battle once it gets here. And as I go, I'm probably gonna decide what to keep and what not to keep. And whatever we don't keep, we're probably just gonna pitch because they're probably freezer burnt, or probably won't be using it for a while. Like for example, this was a mispick from Aldi. I'm looking at you, for our chicken nuggets. The only person who's gonna eat that is probably me. So we're probably gonna keep this because it's a brand new box. But then there's like cauliflower rice. There's probably freezer burnt meat, freezer burnt other vegetables in there, random popsicles. Those are gonna get thrown out. All right, there it is, the after shot of what is when it's empty. This is like just some miscellaneous like beef and like pulled pork that's vacuum sealed. And this is all the stuff that we're going to keep: breads, chicken fingers, fish sticks, waffles, just a ton of vegetables in there. And then this is all just junk right here, junk that we are not keeping. There's random ice cream, cauliflower rice, burgers that we're never gonna eat, frozen meals, old breast milk from a daycare kid. It's just too much. So I'm gonna put this back together and be right back. So this isn't the best way to organize it, but Sarah's gonna pick up some bins so that we can kind of make it a little more orderly. But right now I just kind of put everything back, and it's probably all gonna come back out anyway. I just got rid of the stuff that we're not keeping anymore. So when you guys saw, it was up to here just full of crap. And now that everything's been taken out and put back in there, there's a lot more space. And hopefully, since we're not getting, I think it's an 1/8 of a cow, I think that's what she said, whatever, it shouldn't fill it this high. And it's mostly ground beef, little chubs of 1-pounders, so they're not gonna be too big. They're not gonna be, you know, any bigger than this. So, you know, you can fit a lot in here still. Plus we also have room in that freezer as well. That needs to get cleaned out too, so I'm gonna do that as well. This is the chaos that I have to tackle. There's a lot of things that need to get moved around. A lot of boxes are in the way. And if I have time today, I'm probably gonna spread that mulch because that's been sitting there for forever. Just kind of forgot about it. But yeah, this is a project in itself, and I'm gonna hit it really hard for the next couple hours. So here we are, we made some progress. Got a lot of the stuff out of like the middle because that's kind of where it was. We were just climbing over crap. I'm gonna sweep as I go. It's gonna be impossible to keep up on it, but I'm doing my best. This is just a bunch of nonsense. I am not sure what to do with quite yet. But then there's, like I said, there's mulch that needs to be laid eventually. I'm gonna move that out and put it in the driveway. And then there's like, you know, the lawnmower and all the other stuff that has to come back in. But I want to make this nice and tight, so at least one of Sarah can park at least in my stall, because this is my stall. And then that is just gonna probably just house the boxes over there that you guys see. So this has come a long way, and it's been put off for a super long time. But I think this is gonna be more than a one-day project, but we'll see. It put a huge dent in it. So this corner over there, right there, is always going to be a problem until I have more time to really think about it. But right now my brain can't really wrap my head on what to do with all that crap in the corner. But I swept up everything. It looks a lot better. I plan on taking those boxes one way or another, either myself or with the van. But other than that, this has come a long way once again. We had projects and problems come up this summer, so I'm glad it's got tackled. And then this, if you guys know, I've had this home gym for a very, very long time, and I'm at the point where I like going back to the gym. It's cooler, there's more equipment, and I get distracted while I'm at home and things like that, whereas I'm at the gym, I feel a little more focused in and not so distracted, because like I'm at home, I'm comfortable, and I can take my time, whereas at the gym it's like gotta go. So I'm debating on selling this whole setup right now, hopefully for what I paid for it. It wasn't all brand new except for like some handles and stuff like that. That was brand new, but other than that, everything was used. I'm hoping to make my money back if I do ever decide to sell it. But a home gym is such a great investment, and I'm glad I had the space to even have one. It's just kind of a, you know, tough situation, but feel really good. Gonna keep plugging along.
He just got a replacement for her on Elsa. I wasn't gonna let him do characters, but I more so just don't want to get silly at characters and then her outgrow it in 6 months and not like the character anymore. But she picked these absolutely gorgeous ones, these Skechers. They fit her really well. She's in the big kid sizes now. It's so crazy.
Sarah's dad just dropped off our butcher's haul. Yes! Looks like we got a little beef brisket here. We got some steaks, we got some roast here, and we got a ton of ground beef because, as you guys know, I eat a lot of ground beef because I follow a low-carb, meat-based diet during the week, and I'm more relaxed on the weekend. So for now, until Sarah gets back, she's on her way back now, we're probably gonna put the ground beef in this freezer because there's a nice convenient little bin right there, and this one too. So hopefully it'll fit all right there. And then what doesn't, and then the rest, well, like the roasts and, you know, other steaks, there's a nice little gap like down here. So if we just pile it all on like this side, it'll probably be easy. Sarah's gonna get some bins so we can just lift it out and go, and then the rest can be for breads and desserts and whatever else we have in here.
So I'm back to do a little haul. But before I do, I want to talk about the second thing that I do to, you know, keep the day running more smoothly is we really try to keep all of our meal times and nap/bedtime to the same times each day, at least, you know, within reason. Obviously, like if we're going somewhere, we'll plan nap in the car, whatever. And our 5-year-old doesn't nap much anymore, but she still lays down for an hour. She's introverted, she needs that time, I need that time. We all need time away for at least an hour. So, you know, breakfast, lunch, nap, snack, supper, and bedtime and awake time are all pretty much at the same time each day, and that helps tremendously. That's why as a daycare provider, I was able to get kids down to nap all at the same time, because it was a well-oiled machine and they knew exactly what to expect. So that has helped. So we just had lunch and laid the girls down. Celia's doing her 1 hour. If she falls asleep, then I don't wake her up until, you know, it's time to get up. But Bryony definitely needs a nap because now that we have transitioned her to a bed, or like a toddler bed, she's been waking up at 5 a.m. So she definitely needs a nap. But anyway, let's get back to the haul. So we got most of the stuff we need for school, whether we even did homeschool or did, you know, schooling at school. And then just a few other things I thought I would show you guys. For school supplies, they wanted us to get these giant glue sticks, and I actually got one for us here too, because I think Bryony is old enough to maybe use a glue stick instead of, I usually just give them glue with a Q-tip. So we'll try those. I never had luck with little kids with glue sticks, but we'll try them. She needed scissors, quart-size storage bags. I got her a pencil case for at home, because it didn't say to have a pencil case, so I just thought it would be handy to have like a homework case with stuff in it. They also didn't say to get pencils. They said to get them for first grade, but not for kindergarten, so I thought that was weird. And I've heard so many good things about the Ticonderogas on YouTube, so I bought those, just a small pack for Celia. She had to have headphones. Bryony was freaking out because she loves Frozen and Frozen 2, and they had some Frozen headphones, and she was really upset I wouldn't let her buy some. But they already have headphones at home. This one's for at school. It was only $10, so that was nice. Printer paper, 2 packs of crayons, 2 packs of skinny markers, 2 packs of regular markers, some glue, and then a notebook. We did not get the disinfectant wipes because of course those are out. Oh, and also a box of Kleenex. This will hopefully be my last box of Unisom because I would still be throwing up every single day of this pregnancy if it were not for this at night. Let me know if you guys are with me. I was 41.5 weeks along with our last daughter. Thought I was going into labor, so I didn't take it. Next day, throwing up in the car. So definitely need that. I also got some, this is what we use for bath bubbles. We like to do the Dr. Teal's, so it's actually like helpful for their skin and their muscles and just their, you know, well-being, and it's calming and it's soothing. So we love that. I picked up some staples, some moisturizer. We looked for a first day of school outfit for Celia, but they didn't have much at Target, so I'm gonna take her probably to Old Navy a different day. But because I was looking for Bryony, or for Celia, I let Bryony pick out a shirt. She loves this color, and it's just cute that it says like "Love Mom." So she picked that. They had a whole bunch of these, and Bryony has said since the day she turned 2 that she wanted a Paw Patrol 3rd birthday party, but she has recently changed her mind to a princess birthday party. Her birthday's in September, so I bought a ton of these. They had all the different princesses. Now that I look at it, I was a little distracted. I guess they're all the same crackers inside, but I picked the different bags, so whatever. So I bought those for her birthday party just to stay with the theme, and then we went to Famous Footwear for the shoes. Bryony basically just, it looks basically like the exact same shoes she had, but I think, no, these are the same. They're not quite the same, but they're basically the same shoes she had, but in a bigger size. And then Celia is now in the big kid sizes, so she got these, which I think are just so cute, and they're lightweight, which is nice. These ended up only being $6, which was nice. I don't know how long they'll last, and I think in the winter I'll have her wear boots to school and then change into her shoes so that they will last longer. But her first pair of big kid size shoes, it's just crazy. And then at Target, they had a whole bunch of these Terra crates of different animals, and I've been wanting these for quite a while, but they can end up being very expensive. These were only $12.99 for these big 60-piece ones that are, you know, decent sized animals. And then I forget how much these were. This is 60 pieces. This is like insects. These are wonderful for teaching, for play, for sensory play. You know, when you're learning about the animals or learning about like underwater, you can pull these out. And I just really like the crates they're in. They can just be stored in them. I love these, and I just thought the price was so good. And I'm still like doing preschool at home right now with our soon-to-be 3-year-old and the little boy. And Celia obviously is 5, so she will love this kind of stuff. So I got the dinosaur one, the jungle one, and the marine one. That's all they had. They didn't have like a farm animal one, but they might for your Target. And they had really cute little sets of like dogs and dog houses and stuff. So if your kids are into that kind of thing, maybe they'll have them at your local Target. I just thought it was really, really cute, so I picked those up as well. And then in the like back to school, college, dorm area, they had these crates. I picked up 3. They seem a little too big for our freezer, but we can at least use 1. I'm hoping we can stack at least 2 on top of each other so that it's more organized and easier to get to the stuff underneath. But Sam will be doing that later. He's back out working on the garage some more. I just ran up to get Celia's backpack. This is the one she picked for the year. LOL dolls, her favorite. So that's what she picked, just very simple. I like that they have a name spot. I don't know if she's supposed to write her name on all this stuff, so I might have her do that when she gets up. I'm just gonna keep it in this crate and then put it in the basement so she's not playing with it before school starts. I'm saving her shoes as well for school. Bryony can wear hers now because hers were getting really tight and she's not going to school, so save those for Celia. We live in a decent size 70s house, but the bedrooms are fairly small by today's standards, especially the nursery. And our, what we call the master, it doesn't have a bath or anything. It's very small overall. It can fit our queen size bed, 2 nightstands, and this dresser. We need, it's the one room in our house that like we have never decorated. It's just stuff we had. We put that blackout like thing over our window. It needs to be eventually decorated and finished, but it's just become a dumping ground. I didn't show the before because I just randomly decided to tackle this, but this is all the stuff, you guys. All this stuff that was in our closets, in our bedroom. It becomes a dumping ground for like stuff that we don't want the girls to get into, basically. This stuff still needs to go. This is like a pack and play that I need. The container for it is in Britney's room and she's sleeping, so I'm gonna bring that down to the basement. A lot of this stuff is photography, like video stuff. Our girls' like school memories and stuff that's gonna go down to the office now. And then my husband's different containers and stuff for his cookie business is gonna go down in the office now that we have a spot for it. And then I've got like stuff for organizing projects that's gonna go down in the basement till we can tackle them. I really want to eventually like tackle this, but I'm just trying to get the junk out that doesn't need to be here, because I mean it was just everywhere. In a not so wonderful turn of events, our AC stopped working again, so we just called the person who fixed it. Hopefully they'll be able to come out this week and either fix it or replace it, and it'll last. This has just been really rough.
You're there today, I guess.
Brian, you took Sam's spot. We just got back from my parents' house. We left a little earlier than normal because the girls have earned camping out in living room with their reward jar that I do. They just get cotton balls for good behavior. And so we are going to make some s'mores and then camp out in the living room, which actually works out perfectly considering it's really hot in our house and it's really cool in the living room. Super messy. Oh, good morning, guys. It is Sunday. It is hot. It's only 74 in our house. Thankfully, it's like really cool out right now. It was a night, and I don't know why we keep doing this to ourselves. We said we would not do any sleep-related rewards, and then we did the camping out in the living room because they really wanted to, but let's just say 5 o'clock wake up time when they have not had enough sleep and then crabby kids is not fun. So we need to put the house back together now because we had brought both of the mattresses down from Celia's room. And I have really bad carpal tunnel right now and sleep is just really hard in general. But we're hoping, I don't know, we don't have a lot of plans for today. I showered and just going, besides some mascara, I'm going makeup free because it's hot and it just feels gross to have makeup on right now. So hopefully we make it through the morning. We're probably gonna do early nap time. I'm sure Celia won't nap, but Bryony already needs a nap. She, oh, 2-year-olds when they don't get enough sleep is rough. I set up the strew, basically where you just set up toys. Yep, with one of our new sets. Hopefully this will entice some play. We'll see. Never-ending laundry. Hey guys, it's nap time. Stan actually was just out. It's like the middle of nap. He was out weeding and, I don't know, weeding and mulching. And my dad just stopped by to load up the van because tomorrow I'm taking the girls to, we're stopping at Goodwill to drop off a bunch of stuff, and I, in my ginormous state, should not be carrying giant furniture upstairs. So they just loaded up the van. It just didn't take very long. But now we're gonna sit down. Another thing we do every Sunday, if possible, is plan. We've both already planned separately, like stuff we have to do, him for his cookie business, me for the little boy I watch, and YouTube and editing and household stuff, all that kind of stuff, and mowing and all that kind of stuff. So now we're just gonna kind of make sure we're on the same page. That's really helped us a lot in our communication, especially, I mean, it helps right now. He doesn't have a very crazy schedule, but when he does, this really helps us to not get frustrated with each other, especially me with him, of like, I thought you were home this day and you're not. So that's something we are gonna sit down and do. Okay guys, this video is getting really long. My weekly preps, you know, range in amount of time that they are, just depending on the weekend. So I thought I would answer the rest of the questions for this tag, which I am excited to be part of. If you made it this far, thank you for sticking around. So one of the questions was, what's your favorite background music in the kitchen? Quite honestly, most of the time we're listening to kids music. So we have an Amazon Echo and we'll tell her to play, you know, Kids Bop or Renco Kids, which is Ren Collective Kids. I really like that one for like worship music. I personally like just the Ren Collective station of like worship, more modern worship music. Or we'll have like an audiobook playing. We get some kids audiobooks on Audible and we'll play those for the girls, but it's normally kids stuff on our, like Bryony really loves The Greatest Showman soundtrack or Moana or Disney songs, so that's normally what's playing in the background. Sam likes to play lo-fi hip-hop.
It's instrumental.
It's just instrumental and nice to listen to, and I also will sometimes play like coffee house jazz for like dinner time as just like background music that doesn't have words and isn't annoying songs you've heard a bazillion times over and over. A chore I don't enjoy, by the way, I did vacuum and Sam did the crosswave yesterday and I vacuumed on Friday, so I don't need to do it today because it still looks pretty good. Normally I do that on the weekends, but a chore I don't enjoy. The thing I hate doing the most of any chore in our house is probably cleaning bathrooms. I just hate them. They gross me out and I don't like getting all up close and personal with them. And especially our bathrooms, our two main bathrooms are still like totally set in the 70s, so even when you really clean them they don't ever look good, I feel like. So it's not like that incentive to get them like sparkling clean because they need to be updated. And then a chore I don't mind, I really love tidying and organizing. So it's therapeutic for me to tidy up our house, like see it go from somewhat cluttered to put away. Like it kind of like clutters my mind in the process, so I really enjoy doing that. And then lastly, my last tip for things that I do regularly that help make my day go more smoothly. I've shared 2 of those so far. The third one is that I use alarms on my phone all the time and timers. So like the clock app on my phone is amazing. So I love it for alarms. So Celia, our 5-year-old, will remind me all the time, like she'll ask, can we have this special plate at lunch? And I'll be like, oh yeah, remind me. And she's like, Mom, set a reminder, set an alarm. And I'm like, oh yeah. Or if I need to take a medicine, or the girls need to take a medicine, or I have to remember when I get home to call this place, I'll just set an alarm for a time that I'll be home. It helps me so much on the go or just in general to remember things at certain times that I wouldn't always remember. It reminds me to take my Unisom at night so I'm not throwing up the next day, because I still would be throwing up right now without my Unisom. It's just wonderful. I love it. And then timers we use all the time for, like, you know, the girls fight over the swing outside, so they will say, Mom, can you set a timer for 5 minutes? And then they'll take turns for 5 minutes. I'll tell them, you know, let's clean up for 2 minutes and then we can read a book, and I'll set a timer, or I'll time them, say how long do you think it takes us to clean up, and I'll time it, and then they'll go really fast and get excited. So I love timers and alarms. They keep me so productive and really help my kids and me stay focused throughout the day. I could keep going showing you guys the rest of the day, but we're pretty much just gonna wind down at this point. We were gonna go to the pool, but it's only like 65 degrees outside, so I just don't wanna freeze, so we're gonna take them later this week. But we're probably just gonna hang out as a family, have a pretty relaxing afternoon, and just hang out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye guys.